Women's Fitness Revolution. That is the title, right? It's time to enjoy the strawberry. Welcome to Jeanell Inerarrity.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. There's a quiet revolution happening in the world of women's fitness, and it starts with a story. It goes like this. Originally, the story is told from the perspective of a man, but this evening, I'm going to share it with you from the perspective of a woman. And it goes like this. There's a woman being chased by a tiger, and she's running as fast as she can, and she thinks she might be able to get away, and then the unthinkable happens. She comes to the edge of a cliff. And now she's standing here at the edge of the cliff, the tiger behind, and certain death below. What does she do? She jumps over the cliff and grabs onto a plant on the cliffside. Now she's hanging here with the tiger above, growling, and certain death far below. But she doesn't look down and hyperventilate, and she doesn't look up and panic at the growling tiger. She just looks to her left, and she notices that on the cliffside, there's a perfect ripe strawberry growing from a small bush. And she reaches out and she plucks the strawberry and tastes the sweetest fruit she's ever tasted. And that's the end of the story. I told this story to my friend Amy Jo, who's an expert in retelling and revamping stories for the way we live our lives. And she didn't miss a beat. She said, "How does it end? Does she just die there?" And I said, well, it's a Zen story, and they kind of all end like that. It's supposed to make you think. It's supposed to make you contemplate the meaning of life. But as we spoke more about this story, I realized that I wasn't really satisfied with the ending either. I like open-ended questions. I use them with my clients and I use them with myself because they tap us into creativity and they get our minds generating lots of possibilities that we wouldn't have otherwise come up with. But I was left with a sense of unease after telling this story, even though I loved it. How does it end? This woman was fit and confident and able enough to outrun a tiger and do some impromptu cliff jumping. So how did she complete this situation? She didn't just hang on until her arms were exhausted or she ran out of strawberries. I decided to finish the story my own way, and it goes like this. The woman then looked to her right, and she noticed that in this cliffside there was a cave that was the perfect size to lie down. And it was an easy climb, so she made her way over, and she climbed into the cave and curled up and fell into a deep, peaceful sleep. She had this healing nap that was so restorative for her that when she awoke hours later, the tiger was gone and she was ready to go back into her life with a completely new perspective. She climbed up the side of the cliff and got back onto solid land and returned to her life with a new sense of pleasure and a sense of purpose because she now knew how to enjoy the strawberry. My clients, when I heard this new version of the story from myself, I thought of my clients immediately. Because my clients are women who really want to feel healthy and fit and amazing in their bodies. And they are bombarded with this onslaught of information from the media that says, you need to look perfect, you need to be perfect, you need to act perfect, you need the perfect life, you need the perfect body, you need the perfect lifestyle, you need to have low stress but high achievement. It's non-stop. And statistically, when we look at where this lifestyle comes from, it's not hard to understand why this is happening to women. In fact, the University of Central Florida reports that girls ages 3 to 6, over half of girls ages 3 to 6 are very concerned about being fat. Preschoolers. And this is a tongue twister, the National Association for Anorexia Nervosa and Associated Eating Disorders reports that 1 in 4 women of college age use binging and purging for weight management. 1 in 4 women of college age use binging and purging for weight management. So we are not raising women or cultivating women who know how to enjoy the strawberry. It's time to rewrite this story. It's time to create the possibility and the culture and the opportunity for people to see their bodies in a different way. So I started to create programs and offerings in this theme of enjoy the strawberry. I now create programs for women to come home to their bodies, to approach diet and exercise and fitness and lifestyle management in a way that gives them permission to rest, in a way that gives them permission to have pleasure, in a way that gives them permission to have a sense of purpose that's much greater than I want to look really amazing in the photos at my college reunion. It's a sense of purpose that has to do with life purpose. Why are you here? Why do you want to be healthy? Why do you want to feel amazing? Does anyone know women who have struggled with this kind of issue? Almost everybody. Is anybody with me with the idea that we can change this culture and we can create a culture of women's fitness that allows you to enjoy the strawberry? Not almost every. Hang on. We got about 75% there, okay? I want the other 25% to kind of consider. But I'm really excited about the 75% who raised, and I'm curious about the rest of you and what you have to share with me. So I invite you in your next steps to consider how you would end this story and what it means to you to enjoy the strawberry. Thank you.